everyone. We hope you've had a good day so far at the conference. We're Safiya and Freya from the University of York, and today we are going to be using David Orr's Heads, Hearts and Hands model with an emphasis on visual storytelling to establish successful climate education.
So our project aims to address the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal, quality education. The United Nations recognises that the main driver of climate change is anthropogenic action, with humans being responsible for almost all of the global warming in the last 200 years. Our research suggests that the best way to tackle climate change is education, equipping young children with the knowledge and skills to promote pro-environmental behaviours throughout their adult lives.
So our presentation emphasises the importance of visual storytelling in early years education as a tool for tackling climate change. And this project is part of a larger Green Impact project to be conducted in spring 2024 at the Norwegian Study Centre in the University of York, which is aimed at developing university-level modules on eco-activism. So we are going to be using David Orr's model today to evaluate forms of visual storytelling and its effectiveness to transform emotions into responses to education.
So research suggests that climate education and awareness has significant benefits for climate anxiety. Climate anxiety stems from the uncertainty about what the future brings for our changing planet. People may experience feelings of frustration, fear and hopelessness over the lack of control they have over the future. The Lancet published research by Hickman et al. In 2021, helping us understand the extent of worry people feel towards climate change. They surveyed 10,000 people and found that 59% were very or extremely worried about climate change. This is interesting because even in countries like the UK, where direct impacts of climate change are less extreme, the levels of stress are still high.
So in order to tackle climate anxiety and climate change, we believe everyone should have access to climate education. Climate education provides children with trusted research and information that can be presented alongside solutions. So the British Science Association found that students currently in secondary school desire solution-based teaching as they are not equipped with the knowledge and skills to develop pro-environmental behaviours in their day-to-day lives. Instead, teaching is far too focused on passing exams. So the Student Organising for Sustainability UK conducted a survey for the UK general public in November 2022, and they were asked to discuss how they felt towards children being taught climate-related issues in schools. 78% of people thought that children should be taught how to prepare for the nature crisis, 76% thought that children should be taught about climate change, and another 76% thought that children should be prepared for the challenges for humanity as a result of the climate crisis. This is why we believe climate education should start as early as possible.
In order to apply this to early education, we are going to be using David Orr's Heads, Hearts and Hands model as it can help provide a well-rounded education on environmental issues that is more digestible for children to gain knowledge and develop solutions. Heads represents the children's cognitive engagement and the knowledge that is transferred. Hearts represents the emotional connection the children develop, helping them form values and attitudes. And hands represents the application of knowledge to the real world and the child's behavioural efforts. We want to propose the idea that children can be taught about environmental issues through the use of visual storytelling. From a young age, schools use storybooks to develop children's communication skills and emotional intelligence. Psychologists suggest that certain features in picture books, including the actions of characters, can be transferred into the real world through play. Strauss et al. 2018 found that storybooks with human characters are more likely to help children apply things to the real world. Since visual storytelling has the potential to influence children's pro-environmental behaviour and benefit them in their adult life, it will ultimately help them feel like they have more control of their actions, tackling climate anxiety.
In order for a picture book to be successful for climate education, the book needs to have some specific features. So based on the Heads, Hearts and Hands model, the main characters should be a strong human protagonist whose emotions and experiences are a driving force for the children's changing behaviour. The picture book should not be overly preachy or unrealistic and should include accurate environmental vocabulary. From this, the children will develop accurate knowledge and understanding of the environmental issues representing heads, and they should also develop an emotional attachment to the character and the issue presented. The book should also provide application of knowledge where the children can be taught how to translate their emotions into physical actions.
So on the basis of these specific features, we have chosen two environmental picture books to compare against the Heads, Hearts and Hands model. Firstly, Clean Up by Nathan Byron is an eco-friendly picture book about a young heroic girl called Rocket. After discovering a turtle washed up on the beach, tangled in plastic, she decides something must be done and recruits everyone on the beach to take part in a beach cleanup. Rocket and her team managed to make the beach free from plastic pollution, sending out an important message about the impact people have on marine ecosystems while emphasising things can be done about it. Similarly, Little Turtle and the Sea by Becky Davis is a picture book following a turtle through its life. The turtle's life suddenly changes when she gets caught in a fisherman's net and is finally saved by a conservationist. Although both storybooks have the same message about the effects of ocean neglect, children are more likely to relate to cleanup since the protagonist is human. Little Turtle and the Sea does a great job at showing the effects of plastic pollution on our natural environment through the use of sea animals, but it fails to provide a direct action that children can take away with them.
So, although storybooks with human protagonists are proven to help children to develop knowledge and an emotional response, children may also need some guidance on how to use their hands to apply this new knowledge to their day-to-day lives. So we believe that teachers should encourage children to engage in conversations about the themes in picture books, along with the solutions to the problems that occur. They also need to prompt activities such as recycling their plastic bottles and waste from their packed lunch, or in relation to the storybook Clean Up, children should be taken on litter picks to be shown the extent of neglect that humans show towards the environment. Thank you so much for watching our presentation, and we hope it's given you some ideas on how we can tackle future climate anxiety through early education.